And it's the most anticipated night of the week. It is a fossil night. Welcome to all the friends of the old fossils. I'm your host, Graphic Man. I am joined by Howler Mouse, Eric Breen, Jambo Comics, Charlton 66. Paulo is out in the audience once again. We don't know what he's up to. But we're joined by RDV, who has had a little caterpillar come and live underneath his nose recently. And some might say it looks pretty good. I won't be one of those, but someone might say it looks good. So let's see who the chat's out there. There's Recess. YouTube should pay you guys. Yes, they should, because we provide all kinds of great entertainment. Here's the Jackson Roy Kirk. Wow, Maranya certainly looks startling. I guess that's what she looks like without that Christmas tree. Here's I Love Disney and Comics. What's up, fossils? Here's Paulo. And like I said, I don't know what he's doing. He must be drunk or something. Here's Gary. Hello, Gary. And Fireball. And comic book curators out there. And someone very close to comic book curator, Princess Potter's out there. And here's Dave. Hello, Dave. Dave is here. He's announcing it. Very good. There's Scott. You didn't miss anything. Maranya thanks him for the compliment. Seven Nation Fossil. Yes. Would have been great if there were 7 fossils out here, but you never know. What was that, Turtle Gamera? Yes, it was. Aha, Breen. And I say yes, it was Gamera. I really liked Gamera. I thought it was a cool show. And Missing Mars. Evening Kitties. Did I miss all of it? Is this the end credits? No. There never really is an end credits. There's Maranya again. I mean, Missing Mars again. Jackson Roy Kirk. Here's Sig Badger. Hello, everyone. Here's Gore. I agree. Missing Mars. Paulo, Gary, JRK, Dave, Princess, Fireball, Disney, Scotty, CBC. Pretty good summary. Jackson Roy Kirk says, "What the what? A youngster? He's getting up there.
I get one more year, then I'm old, 40.
Yeah, aged years after one show. So there you go.
Right. Yes, that's the intro. Yes. RDV and Froggy are never seen at the same place at the same time for some strange reason. And Paulo, why aren't you in here? I sent you a link. Hey, now the tree finally breaks on the other side. You will be crying. Yes, we'll miss it. I'll be the one who's ma'am. Scotty, good to see you. Here's Jay. Jay, good to see you. Here's Gratu, spending time with the wife who isn't feeling well. Well, that's too bad.
Hope she feels better, Gratu.
Exactly. Hopefully everything comes out. Hope she feels better, Gratu, says Maranya. Jackson Roy Kirk says, now we need Froggy to get rid of RDV. There's comic book curator again. And look at there. Where's comic book frog coming from? Oh my goodness. Outrage. All right.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Jackson just has a dour disposition. It's not just towards me. He's like the Mikey of Life Cereal of being in the chat. He hates everybody.
I am very appreciative, though, that giving me the offer to be a fossil in training, but also be the curator of this museum.
Yes.
You're the only one that can cover it all in one round now.
Well,
and
I'll be doing it kind of blind. The nose pad on my came off as soon as Michael went live. I was like, "Oh, I felt something in my nose." I was like, "That's not good." The other one's already super glued, so I'm going to be doing that one too.
And here's Eric Boyd. Always good to see Eric. And maybe Jackson Roy Kirk will do that little dash for me here in a second. And we will get started showing some things.
Yeah, I like your little intro before the music. You have the overlay up. Now imagine if you had the people talking and you hear glasses clinking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That also doubles as Jackson's deepest thought.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'm going to start everything off with some goodies. Hopefully, Gotham City Comics will join us shortly in the chat because I wanted him to know I've got this in the mail. And,
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
it is so wonderful. The printing, just phenomenal. All the best artists you can imagine, and the covers are in color. There you go. So really good stuff. And boy, that cover it's to die for.
Awesome.
Can't get enough of that.
And he's in the comments.
Oh, good. Gotham, hopefully you just saw that. Got that Erie book. And I just got this one a couple hours ago. My wife surprised me. It's a birthday present. No, today's not my birthday. That's a super secret, top secret. But it's close enough. And she took a chance. She bought a comic book for me, which she doesn't know my setup. She doesn't really know what I have. But she's heard me talk about this one book that I've never had any of, and it's Rex the Wonder Dog.
Nice. Very cool.
And there's about like over 40 of these. I believe this is number 35. I just am fascinated. Of course, some of you may have known Graphic Dog, our family dog. That's his real name. I named him after Rex the Wonder Dog. So
Nice.
She did such a good job too.
It's going to be hard shopping for you. I'm looking behind you, look at all the photographs, the signature stuff. I'm thinking, like, what does he not have at this point?
The other 39 Rexes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'd be like, honestly, I wouldn't know what to buy. I'd be like, do you have this?
I just realized Fred Hibbock has his sketch cards going on eBay, and I sent you a link to all the Star Trek one he's doing. Just realized.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm resisting, but I appreciate that. I got it. Yeah.
Resistance is futile. Yeah.
So all the kids are talking that this is the first cover appearance of Scrooge McDuck.
Wow.
I myself didn't really, I'm a Donald fan, not really a Scrooge fan. So I think Ratu and Meyer Greenblatt were talking about that, and I had no idea, but recently got that and was thrilled. I noticed that the colorist said, since the duck's feet are that color, maybe their hands are that same color, but
No.
that's not how feathers look. But interesting. Interesting. So this is a Vacation Parade number 2 from 1951.
Everyone's wearing gloves except for them.
Exactly. Here's number 4, Vacation Parade.
Nice.
This is 1952. There's Dell Giant Back to School. Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
We just read the Donald Duck and the Search for the Golden Helmet on our channel. So
yes, I wanted to join you.
You could have.
I thought it over quite a bit. Here's some new funnies action. Something's holding them up. Oh, they're both caught.
What's one to do?
Cut the rope.
Well,
And,
Woody Woodpecker is a bird. That's all I'm going to put.
I know. You fly there.
Here's another new funnies. Now, Eric, you're more of a baseball guy than I am. This particular play here, I'm thinking the catcher gets to go to first, but something must happen. All right, I told a couple of the guys I was going to show some pulps. This one is 1942.
Wow, very cool.
Wow.
Can't tell if he's turning to stone or
Yeah,
back.
I have to read it to find out.
Yeah.
Huh.
Roughly.
Wow.
And I told Jambo there might be some ladies to look at.
That's what I'm
So
waiting on.
here's another thrilling Wonder Stories.
Ah,
Love the 3D detail on that.
very cool sci-fi action there.
And then the rest of it's
Dude.
great too, you know.
And Jambo is still awake.
Nice.
Oh, a
still awake.
jungle girl and a flying saucer.
Yeah.
I'm
What
young
more
enough
could
to be
you ask
awake.
for?
That one just has it all. Yes.
Got everything.
John D. McDonald.
I thought that was Walter Matthau on the cover.
If Jambo wants me to stop, I can.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Those are
Keep
nice
going.
That is actually a potential tattoo for me. That is my favorite sci-fi pulp cover ever. Pinup. I got it in a pinup book.
She's holding a planet, I think.
It's Earth.
Yeah, I
Or
think so.
she's going bowling.
Yes. And those are the pin. That's a
Well, we know where
that's a
rockets are
split,
going off.
right? It's a 10-2 split or something, right?
Wonder Stories.
All right, here's another thrilling Wonder Stories.
Oh,
It's like an invasion.
I like how Reed Richards is leading the charge there.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well, he was young back then, so
Probably drunk.
here's the back cover.
There you go.
Ever
Ah,
ready?
nowadays.
Presto.
Wow. Ever ready antifreeze. Who knew?
Fresh
Yeah, I
stuff.
knew there was
That's
the
a-
battery, right?
That's not accurate. She's not naked. I'm always driving. Tell him where to turn.
And just two little digests to round out.
Awesome.
Hardly
That's
see
it.
Brer Rabbit these days.
I thought I said beer rabbit at first. I gotta get my
No.
ass checked. True, what's up, sir?
All right. Now I'll check up on the chat. Who would like to go next?
I can go.
All right, Steve.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hope all is well. I got a few things, not really anything of like a consistent type of thing. There's a bunch of different stuff. For Christmas, I haven't been on since, it's been a while since I've been on. So for Christmas, my wife, my wonderful wife, went to the shop and she picked this up for me for Christmas. And I've been wanting this for a while.
Wow.
And she picked that up. Was a very much of a surprise. I thought they had sold it because I kept checking on this book, and it's not been cracked yet. I'm going to crack it. I've not had a chance to do that yet, but it's the 5.5. It says it's the second appearance of Haunted Tank. I didn't know that, but the cover is really cool. I kept checking at the shop, and they had it, and it wasn't going to be sold. I knew that, but lo and behold, one day it was gone, and my wife snuck in there and picked it up. So that is very cool book to have in the collection. At work, I work at a comic shop part time, and one of my coworkers didn't know he was an artist. He gave me a blank cover that he drew Iron Man for me on a blank cover and gave it to me for Christmas, which I thought was very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marani
Did a
wants
good
it.
job. That's nice.
Don't show it to
Yeah.
Marania.
Yeah, really, right? Got that. And another coworker knew I was a Valiant fan, but I've not read any of the new Valiant. However, this Britannia series was very good. I enjoyed it very much. Doesn't really have to do a lot with the Valiant universe or the newer one. It's a story onto itself, which I liked. So that was very cool. I picked up this. It's Volume 1, Number 1, the 2 complete science adventure books. This is the Pebble in the Sky. This is my earliest version of this story, which was the clincher for me, plus the cool ray guns on the cover. But Pebble in the Sky is a favorite story of mine, and like I said, it's the earliest version that I have. I've never bought anything anime or manga in my life until I discovered this H.P. Lovecraft, The Shadow over Innsmouth. There's other ones too that this artist did. Gu Tananabe is his name, but the art is I still haven't. It's still funny reading it in this opposite direction, but the art and stuff is really good in this. If you're an H.P. Lovecraft fan, I recommend this very much.
Yeah, my wife became a manga fan, and she just started a few years ago, and she knows her stuff. It's addictive. Once you find the area of manga you love, all of a sudden it finds you.
I'm going to get the rest of them.
You're not
I'm
going
going to get the rest of them.
That was in high school, and then I got to the point where I looked too oldie shopping for the manga, so I was like, I gotta start reading online.
You're going to walk through a store, Steve, and you feel like somebody's tapping on your soul shoulder, and it's going to be there on the shelf for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but this cover is just so haunting. It's so good. I mean, it captures Lovecraft very, very much in this whole story, and they do it perfect. I have no complaints about it at all.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, this is, like I said, it's been a while. I was a winner on Night Tiger's holiday show. I didn't know I'd won. I'd made some comments, and I was watching it intermittently, and I guess I missed the part where I won. He sent me the gifts and Santa Claus Funnies number. I think it's Delph color 1063, which lo and behold, I've been wanting this book for a while, but I've never been able to find it because everyone does have this in the collection, which I do not until now. And Funny Folks from DC, number 12, from 1948.
Wow, cool.
Which is pretty cool. Having a 40s DC is pretty cool. Got that. Picked up the Pacific. I can't even talk. Pacific Comics Companion from Tomorrow publication, which is very cool. It's got a lot of neat stuff in here about Pacific Comics. If you're around during that time, you knew how cool this company was. I mean, they had some clunkers like Skate Man. I think they did Skate Man, which was pretty bad. But the Edge of Chaos, of course, the Elric stuff, and all the stuff that that Kirby did was just really good. But this is like the Charlton Companion, not as cool as a Charlton Companion, but still very cool to have.
Yeah, I didn't pull the trigger on that, and I don't know if I regret it or not. You think it's
yeah, you should get it. I mean, you're a fan. You read during that time, so you know what it's about.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you'll like it. I also picked up for the old time radio people who like old time radio shows. This is print on demand. I ordered it on January 4th, and it's made in Delaware January 3rd, 2024. I must have ordered the 3rd because it's the 3rd January 2024. But this is the specific for the golden age of sci-fi and horror shows. So it's if you into those shows or any type of radio, old time radio, this is recommended. This is a pretty cool book. I thought I knew my horror and sci-fi shows. This has stuff in there I didn't even know about, which was very cool. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. This I picked up. Paperback Hero, the Steve Holland book that has in here just ton of photographs of his modeling for all the different paperbacks that Steve Holland posed for. Those who don't know, Steve Holland was a model for James Bama's Dog Savage. I didn't know how prolific he was on his little modeling career, but he's done it all. And what's kind of cool in a way, which I'm a big Doc Savage fan, there wasn't any Doc Savage covers in this because everyone has seen them. So they took the time and used the space up for lesser known stuff, which I thought was very, very cool. That's paperback hits. I got the hardback version. There's a paperback version that's like $10 cheaper. We got from Moonstone, Double Shot, Lone Ranger, and with an airborne story. Very cool stuff. It reads like a pulp. If you like Lone Ranger and that kind of stuff, it's recommended. It's only like $8 off of Amazon. The new Shadowed Circle came out, number 6. Those who are into the Shadow and the Pulp, this is good stuff. It's historical stories and references and artwork and stuff by people.
Does it say who put that out, Steve?
Huh?
Does it say what company put that out? Who published
Yeah, this
that?
is from what is the guy's company?
If you don't say it, it's no biggie. Yeah.
No. It's the Shadow Circle. It's just trademark Advanced Magazine Publishers. I used to have a subscription. You can get a subscription. It's a little bit cheaper. I just get mine off of Amazon when it comes. I think it comes out once every other month. This is number 6. I think they're stopping for a little bit from what I've seen online. I could be wrong, but it's worth getting. There's also the Bronze Gazette, which does the same thing, which has been around much longer, obviously for Doc Savage. The new Alter Ego, the novelty characters, which is very cool. Love these characters. That picked that up not too long ago. The new back issue, number 1, I'm kind of behind, and there's 2 back issues. 148, Adam Strange in the Bronze Age. And back issue, this has got the indie heroes from the 80s, which is kind of cool because it's got Whisper in it. And last one for this round, the new Monster Bash, number 52, which is got a cool cover.
Yeah.
And got some pretty good articles in this as well. Jonathan thinks it's a great company. Yeah, really. Yeah, you wouldn't want me grading your books. I don't think no one would send anything to me. That's all I have for right now, guys. Thanks.
Steve, somebody mentioned in the chat Lights Out for the old horror radio show.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking Inner Sanctum and maybe some Whistler. I don't know if those two made it in there. So good.
Yeah, the Whistler's in there. Lights Out, Inner Sanctum. Quiet Please, which is a phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you're into old radio shows, do yourself a favor. If you don't have any of the Quiet Please radio shows, go to YouTube, type in Quiet Please. This is the Thing on the Forble Board. That's the name of the story. Thing on the Forble Board. Phenomenal story. Creepy as anything. Well worth a listen. That's my recommendation.
Okay.
The Thing on the Forble Board.
I like Marania says, every time you get a damaged book there, it's near mint again somehow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Quiet Please is excellent. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to Howler Mouse, and then we'll go to our youngster in the crowd.
Awesome. What is that?
Give a big shout out to my buddy Josh, who is watching us. He messaged me, and a big shout out to Gore. Gore, thanks for sending me all the Doctor Who emails. Appreciate that. One of the things like I remember over the years on YouTube that pop in my head and stuff like that was Captain Strangelove had a video where he was like, "Oh, I had a box with some giant size X-Men in it," and he didn't know where it was, but he was like, "Luckily, I have these." He pulled up 4 of them stuff. Well, I finally get to do that. I was going through my stuff and I found a giant size X-Men number 2.
Yeah.
With the Neil Adams reprints from 1969. And I'm that kid that, like, I never quite got why everybody was crazy about Neil Adams. And then we get older and our tastes get refined and the struggles of youth, they disappear finally. And this has got to be some of my favorite work of his is in this. So apparently my Neil Adams is 69, 70, 71 there at Marvel with things like the Skrull Kree War and stuff and what he did on the X-Men. I thought that was cool. Something I found on eBay. On the side, when I kind of get bored or something, I'll kind of run through eBay. I've got a website that shows all the trading cards that have come out over the decades and stuff. Because I did this stuff when I was a kid in the 70s and 80s and stuff. Picked it back up in the 90s a little bit and stuff. But every now and then I crack up because you would go to the store and right there with all the candy, would be these wax cards with a piece of bubble gum inside where the kids could find them. And I got to take the foam out. They put a pressure in there. But They had a rated R movie that you could get called Saturday Night Fever that you could get in trading cards. For kids.
That's weird.
I had to get this. I'm like, isn't that rated R? You know what I mean? Like, that just shows you, man. You know, that it didn't matter back then.
You need the foil pack with the gum.
Yeah. You know, and this is when he was still Vinnie Barbarino, you know, you know, for that, you know. So for like something like $6, I got the entire set of Saturday Night
Wow.
Fever, which was fun. Going through stuff, I found this. I probably got this, oh man, probably whenever the TV show started, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But this is by Richard Case, who actually worked on the Doom Patrol book. This is a print. He was actually at a local Comic-Con at a college around here that one of my buddies who's passed away ran. And I ended up buying this off of him. Forgot all about it. But yeah, he based this one on the TV show. So whenever season 1 of Doom Patrol came on TV, this is it, you know. So here, yeah, that was fun to find. And then like DVDs, I don't know if you remember, but you had like high def, you had DVD, and there's a few things sort of like VHS and Betamax and stuff when they first came out, and DVD was the one that, you know, kind of won over. So one of the first things that happened as soon as DVD sort of won the fight, people started putting out bootleg DVDs when you went to comic book conventions, right? So around 2001, 2002, I got a bootleg copy of Thundar the Barbarian, the complete series at Heroes Con.
Oh,
it had been like 2001 or 2002. And back then you went in there and it was everything. Anything you could think of that was on TV in this genre was in there, and nobody would call them out, you know. So that was kind of fun. So here it is 23 years later, and my wife got me a legal set off of Amazon. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna be cracking open again, reliving this stuff. This is also the series that made it to where like Jack Kirby stopped scaring me, you know, with his artwork. This was it. I mean, watching the cartoon. There's a little village of little people, midgets, and I started seeing that their clothes had little zigzags and stuff, and they looked like they came out of the New Gods or something. And I'm like, wait a minute! And I spent the next 2 or 3 weeks sitting there, getting real close to the TV, watching the credits, looking for Jack Kirby's name before I found it, and it was, you know, and I was like, aha! So that's when it all clicked for me. Anybody else like Thundar? Am I the only one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, love it. You've got quite the treasure there. I'm envious. That's great.
And I'm actually probably not going to open this till next year, but this is an Ollie's find. They had one from Marvel and one from DC, and all the ones from Marvel are still there. I bought this last month and forgot about it. But this is 25 days of surprises with mini books, mementos, and more in the official Batman Advent calendar. So basically every day, 25 days before, you know, as you go to Christmas, you turn the page and you'll find neat stuff in there. You know.
Cool.
Yeah. So this was at Ollie's for $5, and I was at Ollie's. Actually, I stopped in there today on my way home, and all the Marvel ones are still there. Nobody's touched the Marvel ones. I don't know what's going on. You know, all these are gone. The Batman stuff is gone. You know. The last time I was on here, I think it was last month. I can't remember who it was, but this is what I was looking for. Somebody showed a bunch of these Men of Mystery comics and Bullet Man and stuff. And they have reprints from the 40s of those characters. It was driving me nuts trying to remember where I had this at. And I started going through there, and I still love that old World War II 1940s stuff. I think a big goal of mine is to find a complete collection of the Ray, because I read a story of it in Adventure Comics when they were a digest, and it was like all jazz, and it was like nothing else that felt like that I'd read at the time from it. I looked it up, and there is a collection of the complete Ray from the 1940s, and it sells for $80 to $150. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So for your horror stuff, we've had snow here and ice and everything. So I've actually been by myself for 3 or 4 days. Got out today, and I actually been catching up on some reading, and I'm actually pulling things like this out. These showcase the House of Mystery. This is the volume 2. These work out best. I know these are cheap phone books. Everybody here knows them, but these are cheaper phone books to be able to get collections of classic comics from DC and stuff like that. And Conan and horror, they always work for me in black and white. I think this is perfect. This has got Bernie Wrightston, Sergio Aragonis. hopefully I can find that one page. This was the page that blew me away. This is Bernie Wrightston doing Kane. I hope that shows up. The light.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when you read this stuff, you have little pages like this. This is like from 70 and 1971. The art in here, I think. But when you get looking at this, man, you will get lost in that artwork. It should be in black and white, So it's fantastic stuff. But yeah, the classic House of Mystery. I always tell people when it comes to the Bronze Age with DC, stay away from the superhero stuff. It was everything else they were doing that's great, in my opinion, And then for you guys that like your horror books and stuff like that, sometimes we need to just have some heebie-jeebie hullabaloo Bart Simpson stuff. This is the first couple Treehouse of Horrors. They would put out a book every year, and they would bring in people to write. Jeff Smith in this, Gene Simmons, Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie. I've got a lot of the individual issues, but I think I found this at a yard sale for $25 about 2 years ago. No joke. So meaning to show that. And then I've had these books for 10 years, and there was 2 issues in the Stepdad's collection. So I've read 2 issues of the story like 40 years ago, right? And as I was like rearranging stuff and I found these, I'm like, I've had these for 10 years now, and I've never got around to reading this series. But it's the Direct Market Kazar, the Savage series. I have a complete set that I got for free about 10 years ago. And these are all wraparound covers. Brent Anderson, I
Very
think.
cool. Yeah.
I have some that are they don't have backing boards here. They didn't start out with the wraparound covers, but I know they went that way. But I got to tell you, art wise, I appreciate these a lot more, especially after the last few years. But I remember reading, like I said, there's 2 issues in this I read already back in the day. They didn't really get to me that much.
That was a really good series.
Yeah. So, and Spider-Man,
It was.
Amazing Friends was just taking over the Saturday mornings there until the Smurfs showed up, Yeah. But all these the Savage Land and Mutates, and then all of a sudden they we skip ahead here. But to get into Monkey Boys, if I was a superhero, that'd probably be me because I'm hairy enough, But the one that started getting me is let me go through. Yeah. This is the one that cracks me up, man. I want to have to read, see what's going on here, because all of a sudden we went Maltese Falcon here, Kazar the Detective, tag. So I'm kind of curious, G.I. Joe stuff. But I tell you what, the ads in these are just going to be really nostalgic because this was the stuff here, when I was a kid. So yeah, we can go on and on, but we go all the way to the end of it. The last issue, it is a collector. Wow. Last issue where they do a little, Jim Steranko there, and who says
that one?
Yeah, we need we need more cosmic saber-tooth tigers out there. I'm telling you, Jungle Girls are nice, but really, we need to see saber-tooth tigers out in space. I'm telling you, we'd be on to something. And then these I had to get these tribute issues. We lost Tom Palmer last year. That one hit me hard. And the one that hit me even harder was the George Perez one. So we got Alter Ego and back issue, tribute issues. This one with Tom Palmer, it's a lot of artists talking about working with him, which was kind of cool. And then this one, man, they just knock it out of the ball. They just go through George Perez's career and stuff, showing a lot of the stuff he did. I'm sure people here have gotten it and already bought this here and stuff in the group. But these were fantastic, really nice. Okay, and we got some newer stuff. Let me look here. I'm not going to show everything, but anybody a fan of Ralph Bakshi and Frank Frazetta?
Oh yeah, that was a great cartoon.
They have I think it's a 6-issue miniseries, and I'm doing something I don't usually do, but I'm a huge fan of Fire Vice. This thing is free on YouTube. It is free on Tubi. The DVD is out of print, and just depending when you look, it can go for $5. I've seen it go for $50. So I don't know. I need to have one. Ashamed of myself. But anyway, Bill Willingham of Fables and Elementals and stuff has come in, and he's doing a prequel. And the thing that I've never really done before is that every issue, every cover for each one, I'm actually buying them all for 35% off. So this was the movie poster by Frazetta, and they've had artists come in. Well, I thought I had more. There's probably more in the box, but I think you get the point. Fire and Ice. I'm going to wait till I have all 6 before I sit down and read it. And then I just got this. This is the only issue I'm going to get this. Alice Cooper. I finally saw him in concert about 2 years ago. It was amazing, phenomenal. And then Spenguli. It's a horror host show. MeTV out in Chicago in the Midwest, I guess. And we can get MeTV here if I had an antenna. That's what's wild. You can't. So I get on YouTube and I'll find, somebody will upload an episode here and there. I get it. I totally get it. I remember Captain Strangelife's talking about this guy, the original Spenguli years ago, and he was talking on a stream about the guy that took over that was handpicked by the original. So it just kind of blew my mind. A few years later, it blows up on VTV. So yeah, and I think this is Frank Miller Comics putting this out. There's, I think, 2 of them or something. So that should be cool.
That's cool.
And let me look around here. I think I want to stop there on this go. I feel like I've talked a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Howler.
Thanks, Tim.
Good
Good
stuff,
stuff, brother.
I appreciate it.
Someone asked earlier what I put the pulps in. My light 2s. I don't know if I
Yep.
said that out loud. But now we're going to go to the youngster. And then Jambo.
Eric Breen? Oh,
Yes.
I think I'm a youngster. Eric Breen. All right. First one. Just going through.
Ooh, cool.
So some of these are a little more newer than you guys are used to. I know you guys usually have Golden Age books on here.
That isn't Jared Stevens.
I know, right? I couldn't find the Jared Stevens one. I was going to send it to Dalton, but could. Some of these have to be
There you
rebagged.
go. Cool.
Oh yes, that's an awesome issue. Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Venkman.
Yes,
Who's the artist on that cover?
I believe it's Gil Kane. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty. You just let that linger for a moment. Micah loves Gil Kane.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of an overstatement, really. When you
I
think
mean,
about
there's
it.
really no shot though,
No.
so you would never know. About this while back.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Still trying to find more of these that are actually in like condition where I can actually open it up and not fall apart.
Yeah.
There we go. Just got this last week.
Cool.
Never really read Iron Man. I just got it for the
my
cover because the
favorite
cover
covers.
looked really cool.
Yeah. Cool.
That's good stuff.
And Eric will like this next one.
That's one of my favorite stories of all time.
But do you know what's even cool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I remember that Scarlet Centurion. Yes.
And then I was going through my collection and I found these.
Yeah.
The Fire and Ice back when they liked men.
Oh no, they didn't. Anyway, okay.
So you know what's coming up next, right?
He's staring him down. Yes.
So,
I really wish you were collecting comics when those came out because man, they were just on fire. Everybody was looking forward to them.
dude,
They loved it.
I love pretty much everything that DC was putting out that around that time.
Oh, nice! I got Breen.
Breening is generational.
A lot of these I got from over I Love Comics at his auction. So, and a few of these I got through my comic book store. But
I love the fact that I have not touched those books in 10 years, and then we met tonight. Every day for 10 years has led to this moment, sir.
Yep.
Serendipitous, as you would say.
Yes.
so I
Nice.
collect the other books. I only have the first
I'm a
one.
great influence, Paulo.
There you go. Look at
Oh,
that.
that's,
That's
a cool
cool.
one. That's neat.
That was
Yeah.
a neat story.
Yeah.
There you go.
And of course, you got to have bait truck.
Back
It's actually not.
ZZ that.
But it's not though. It's the tumbler.
Oh.
Pretty much might as well be with the way he's jumping. But
Oh yeah, there you go. I like the Defenders.
since everyone's
That's
going
nice.
ape now, got this for a steal at my shop the other day.
Wow,
Cool.
very cool.
That's
Nice.
Also had this as well.
Yeah.
Some old school Thor. Now we're getting into Micah's territory.
Uh-oh. Yeah, look at that.
Some of
Yeah.
these I might have showed up before. I went back and the channel here. I'm like, I can't find my appearance. So has it been more than a month? I'm like, did he just edit me out?
No.
Cool.
So,
I gotta say, Zach might be one in the L column, but Bankman, we're counting you as a win.
even though I like the new Jay Garrick book.
No, there's nothing wrong with liking that.
Yeah.
These are great.
What throws me off is when there's Dell and there's Gold Key. It's like, is that the same company that's changed names?
No, it's actually a different company, but they had the rights and they split it off and broke away from Dell.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look at that.
The last 10 years of Dell were kind of pretty sparse, weren't they, Micah?
Yeah, but they kept on trucking. I mean, they tried. They just couldn't keep up with Gold Key.
A lot of my old sports magazines were published by Dell.
Yes, I have that one. It's wonderful.
I'm always happy when I can find them in nice condition because usually at my shop they're like $4, but it's like it's missing the spine. Or somebody wrote their whole entire name on it.
Yep, poor Donald.
Is that why you like Donald? Laughing at his misfortune?
I feel sorry for him. Yeah, I see myself in him a lot.
So when it comes to winter falling on my butt, I say that's pretty much me.
Ooh, cool.
All right. This.
Boy, you have got some good ones here.
Every time I see that cake, I'm like, I want some.
Mhm.
And then this will be due for this round.
Nice.
Cool.
So
Just going out with blazers.
as you can see, like this is kind of torn up. So
But that's fine.
Well,
Good.
the great
stuff.
thing is that people scan these online, so I can keep these in better condition.
Sure. Yeah.
And I can zoom in.
You bet.
No, but I like
Great.
having physical because eventually these are gonna go away.
Yeah.
And then you are gonna have this digital copy, and then like I said, I would rather have the physical because
Not necessarily, man. We said the same thing about Jackson, and he's still here.
well, I keep sending Jackson the link to get here.
Good God, man. Why?
Because he's a nice guy.
He is. We had him on a special Thursday afternoon show we did about a year and a half ago. So.
I'm trying a new thing, Eric. I'm being nice to people.
Let me know how that works out.
I know, right? I've been nice to Zach for about almost a month now. It's killing me.
Jambo, we're headed your way, guy.
All right. I
He was
got
on assignment last week.
a few more cheap books. I just got this one because I like the cover on it.
Nice.
Very cool.
And it was only $1. That may have had a little bit to do with it. So, very cool. And
Oh, I remember Jambo. He's the guy. I just look at his backgrounds. I don't even look at the anymore.
Yeah, Ramona Frandon just announced her retirement, I think, last week at age 97.
Some eye candy.
That's
for
a
you.
great series. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
I think I need one to finish this, I believe. It was short though. It was a short run.
It was.
It's my
Very
second time
cool,
seeing
right?
that book in my life. I saw it once last year, and I saw it once this year.
There you go.
There you go, Howard. Oh yeah.
Howard, man. Cleaned up.
Is that a prototype image character head?
Yeah.
He's got. I thought he had Jughead's hat on it first.
There's some more.
Oh, cool.
Wrestling for Rod if he was here.
He's here in spirit somewhere.
Good book.
That's got everything. Doc Strange, Daredevil, Avengers.
Strange
Yep.
versus Night Mask.
And I know it's hard to believe, but this was only $1.
Wow.
Zagar.
Wow.
Yeah. I had some good JoJo stories in the back.
That is some thick, luscious hair. I'm telling you what.
That's what I'm saying. He's the ginger with an attitude, man. Don't mess with him. $1.
Damn.
And this was cool.
Yes, that is my favorite Flash Gordon series. Now that I've got to sample them. Yeah.
Williamson, man. He's awesome.
King Comics, man, so underrated. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to say I have all these, but I don't. But
Al Williamson.
they are
Yeah.
really cool. Really cool.
I think that's like a 68. I don't know, 69. Yeah.
This was $4.
Very nice.
That's a cool character. I always loved the Rook.
Yeah, I did too. I liked him. I thought he
Yeah.
should have stuck around for a while, but
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a reason why I don't watch you guys' channel, because there's too many books that I want to read now. I keep
That's what we
discovering
do.
another one. It's like I had a problem with the new books. I see a new series comes on. It's like,
I didn't get to show these. I showed these on my channel, but I didn't get to
Wow.
show them last week. It's a nice
now,
fight.
how many of these are collected in trades?
Tiger Girl. What's that?
How many of these are actually collected in trades?
Yeah, these probably not many.
Have they done any PS art books for any of the Jungle books other than with the Rulon?
I know
Rula
they've
or-
done, yeah, Rula, and probably I think they did a Sheena, I believe. Speaking of Sheena,
I did pick up a Shino.
this is the one that we're talking about in the chat that went to California. It made it to Lexington, Kentucky, about 12 miles from my house. And then the next day I was looking at the tracking and it was in California.
Well, I had to stop over by. I had to stop by
Why?
Eric first. That's why.
Yeah. Why? But yeah, it made it, and it was not damaged or anything. It just took a extra week to get here. So, oh
Well, that was one of my shops today. They said their books were on a train somewhere down south. I'm up in Wisconsin. They had no idea why their books were down there.
Look at the detail he did on that cover, man. It's awesome.
It's incredible.
So good stuff. That's it for me, guys.
Oh, very, very good stuff, Jambo.
Thank you, sir.
Jambo, you might want to consider blurring out part of your video. You showed your address for quite a long time, but there's already 1,000 people that have seen it. So
Wait, which video is this? I need a.
That's the last one that everybody. That's just like a little hint there. You can send me stuff in the mail if you want to.
yeah,
I'm gonna drop by.
Maybe
on
some of it
Saturday,
I might not want or I might send back, but yeah.
I might leave the books and just come for the cardboard cutouts.
There you go.
I could be in your house Saturday around 1 a.m. I'll be knocking. So.
Right?
Well, anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Do we dare go to Mr. Breen?
All right. So last night on the Geeky Puppet Show, the top 5 books of the week, At the end of the night, they go to the trade section. And this is where watching it cost me money.
Where Breen yells, "Show that book!"
Because
Oh, that's out now?
I was yesterday years old when I learned this was coming.
Yeah, I
So-
knew it was coming. I didn't know when.
So
Man.
It's I looked at Comixology. The digital version of that is $50.
this is
I was like, digital, like $50 for. But
Awesome.
decent sized book though.
Yeah, it's big.
What was it, like $75?
That's the retail, yeah.
Yeah.
But it had something I've talked about for years.
Wow.
They actually bring up that if Joe Maneely doesn't fall under that train, there may not be an MCU today.
Right. Yeah.
This is beyond crushed, but
With the current
Wait a
state,
minute.
that might be a good thing.
I don't remember that still 15 cents on the cover, man. Am I having like a Mandela effect? Has that always been on that?
you know what? I realized that he did the cover of that too. Wow, I'll tell you,
I'm surprised there's no alarms anymore.
I don't know. It's somebody's asleep at the switch. There's Star Trek 14.
Wide awake.
24.
Hey. It's the Savage Dragon.
I think next time I come out, I'll just show all Gil Kane.
It said that Kirby was back at Marvel within a week after Maneely's death.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple other guys came back to help out, and so I said it would have been interesting to see what would have happened, because I said it would have been Stan and Joe. Jack might have he might have stayed at DC.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, good.
I know Joe was Stan's go-to guy, from my understanding. At that time.
well, Joe was considered better than Jack at the time.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine.
I mean, he was a better artist. Stan or Jack was better at storytelling, and definitely had more of an imagination. But we may never have gotten to see that had Joe.
Yeah.
That's it. Not killed.
Well, I think about too, if Ditko had stayed on it instead of Romita Senior taking over, how different Spider-Man would be.
That's another one. If that happened, I don't think Spider-Man gets anywhere near as popular as he did. There's Twilight Zone 38. Let's pick up the pace here. 54. UFOs and Flying Saucers number 3.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Jellyfish.
Here's one. U.S. Air Force number 1.
Mhm.
Wow.
Really? Look at that. Very cool. Very cool.
Let's see what to cover these flags on this issue.
Governor Flakes.
It's fine.
That's right. Issue 36.
I don't worry about YouTube.
Oh man, I'm usually better. I don't know what number this is because my dumbass didn't put it on the back.
Is it underneath the gold key? There's a number there.
We'll say it's number 3.
It might be. Let's see. Now to get in the spirit of the first round, here's Walt Disney.
Hey.
Comics and
Wow.
Stories.
Wow, he has yellow on. That's crazy. I thought you were blue.
There's another 271.
Excellent.
Peg leg Pete. Or one leg Pete.
Here's 288.
Yeah, see the Beatles parody in the top corner?
I see that. That's funny.
There's 293.
Excellent.
322.
Yeah.
Wow.
365.
Oh no.
Warlock number 7 with Well,
Oh dear.
Wow,
that's,
that one. That's a serious mass there.
Oh,
that's. I know some of you
Dr.
guys you're a
Doom.
little older, so you might need a closer look.
Is it a Gil Kane nose shot on
It is.
Dr. Doom?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm currently reading the Jim Starlin stuff of Warlord. Yeah.
Somebody's just being obstinate tonight.
Marani wants to show that voyage again.
hey,
You know, the
it was
public-
close. It really was close.
No, close only counts, and you
My
know what?
finger was on it. Now there's an artist right there, Louis Dominguez.
Weird Western tales.
Yes,
I might be
beautiful.
going
That's
back for the
great.
Jonah Hex book I saw.
Is that Diablo?
There's Werewolf by Night 15.
Wow.
Good
Very
one.
cool.
That's go in my box, right?
There's Woody Woodpecker 75.
Nice.
I swear that is the one Woody Woodpecker issue that is like a Peter Frampton live album in everybody's collection. That one pops up everywhere. That one Woody Woodpecker comic. I don't know what the deal is. There must have been thousands of them.
There's Yogi Bear 14.
It's got a leak.
That was
I have a
Voodoo, man.
request is Ron has to see that again. I
The
get
voyage. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
anyway. That's it for this round.
Just go to my comic shop. This type of gold key.
Nice.
Very good stuff. Very good. All right. Here we are. It's bath time. Here's from 1949. You see, Vickman, that PS meant public school. So,
I thought it was for PS art class.
nope. And Breen showed this last week, and it has a hilarious back cover, which he was able to show us. I told him I was getting it in the mail, and I just got it. Walt Kelly cover, 1950. The boys are really freaking these chicks out. In fact, take a look at this guy. He is really disturbed about that.
Wow, he is.
He's trying to get away as fast as he can. So happy birthday, Donald.
Oh no! Look at the stove.
Yep.
Is that even edible?
The thought that counts.
Right? Gets your house burns down.
1951.
52 pages. Wow.
And I may have to explain this to some of the Gil Kane fans. They're using that book to get to the cookies. So getting it right past Woody. Thought I'd explain that.
It's missing a nose shot though.
Something.
Why? Is you saying we stupid?
No, I didn't say anything.
I reckon he is there.
Like he is
All
too,
right.
son.
Here's some Jonah Hex.
Ooh.
There you go.
Trying to distract us from those fighting words.
And a little weird Western.
Hey, Michael.
Thanks, Maranya.
And Jambo, this is one of your favorite authors. I would not have picked this up because it's modern, but
That's a great story.
Yeah.
is this good? I don't know yet. So
Pop it open and read it. You'll
Mike
like it.
Manola?
Quorum is fantastic, and that's some Mike Mignola in there. Yes, there's
Yeah.
12 of those.
Very good.
there's how many?
12 issues.
Oh, well, see, I found these. I found 4 of them, and I was hoping, okay, hopefully that's a 4-part series. I'll read it. I'll let you know. But the other day I noticed, oh, here's number 7. So I have
That's
some.
the second book. That's the Queen of the Swords.
Okay.
The first one you were showing was the Knight of the Swords. Then there's the Queen of the Swords, and then King of the Swords. So
I've got a lot to learn. So, but that's going to be worth my effort to finish the gaps, right?
yes,
The sword.
you'll enjoy it.
Then
Okay.
there's the Zorro who laughs.
I don't know anything about that. I'm assuming that's a gag. And it's too bad Superman had to pretend to be dead.
Again,
It's really bizarre to make Lois fall in love. He had to pretend he's dead. And I'll end real quickly with this one. There's a Detective Comics. Batman's going for the gun. And somebody decided to scribble right there above the head. So
Is that the villain from He-Man
makes it economical for me.
or Oracle? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the spook, isn't it?
I don't know.
You could always take it out of its protective casing and read it.
I will when we go to Charlton. I'll be doing that. Instead of paying attention to what Charlton has to say, satisfy your curiosity.
Wow. Make me feel like a heel.
Yeah.
Eric's heel turn this year.
Handful of Charlton on here. We had Zoo Funnies number 2.
all
It was
right.
a 9.0.
Nice.
And
Wow.
this is one of my earliest Charltons that I have from 45, December of 45.
He cracks it out of there, and now it's a 9.4.
Yeah, right. I don't even think it's a 9.0, to be honest with you. Look at the spine. Look at the dust shadow, the darkening. I don't even can really see it. But this I don't know.
It looks a little faded.
Don't they make allowances for age on certain things?
I don't know. I think they do, and that's why I don't like them.
They do.
Eric, we make
They're all
allowance
over
for
the
you all the
place.
time.
Shut up, Vegman.
They make allowances for missing stamps.
Yeah. This is Zoo
Now
Funny
they
number
do.
3.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, number 3.
I am paying
Yeah.
attention, Steve, even though I've been given homework.
This is for second go around for Zoo Funnies. This is number 1 from 54 from Charlton.
And
I love the
is that just-
checkerboard on this.
So all this time, DC was appropriating Charlton.
Yeah, they took the checkers from them. Yeah.
Rod should
Yellow
try to
jacket.
collect those. It would take a lot less time.
This is true. Yellow Jacket number 6. From I think the mid 40s.
Nice.
That's not Hank Pym.
Space Adventures number 2.
Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
really
I've shown this before. So I
Whoa.
read it again today.
Oh, Zach would love that.
That is great condition, man.
I think it was an 8.0, I think, before I cracked it out, but I don't have the little thing anymore. Space Adventures number 10. Just a great Ditko cover. We've seen this before. But,
yes, it is.
good to have in the collection.
Love those robots, man. That's cool.
Sure. The Power of Charlton. I wish it was still around. But that's very cool. Job for uncovering. Nice early comic reader number, what is this? 114 from 75. This magazine is Haunted number 20. Moskowitz did this cover.
Oof.
Crazy book, dude with no eyes. This magazine is Haunted number 13. Great Ditko. Phenomenal goodness. And Captain Atom number 83 with the new Blue Beetle. This was a 5.0, and I cracked it out. On my journey to free my CGC buys. That's it. That's all I have for tonight, guys. Thank you.
You brought the fire tonight, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right. Howler. As you can see, I'm still looking.
Yeah, cool. That's
There will be a quiz.
You can probably just Google it faster, look up the DC fandom.
nice. So it kind of blows my mind. There's a few comics out there that's not on a lot of people's radar, nor should they be, but they are like key books and they're actually worth money, right? Like Suicide Squad from the 80s going to the 90s there. If you like the James Gunn, The Suicide Squad, this is the series that you really need to read if you like that. Specifically, a crossover event called the Janus Directive and stuff, right? There's panels in there that they have nothing to do with the Suicide Squad movie per se, but like there's panels that are actually in the movies, from the couple of the books, the Suicide Squad and Doom Patrol stuff. But anyway, what blows my mind is there's about 3 comic books out there that are connected to the Killing Joke, and it's issue 48. Hello?
You're just commenting on those comments.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
But basically, issue 48 and 49 of the Suicide Squad are about the Killing Joke, and Oracle being, everybody was all like, "Oh my God, Oracle's Batgirl," and all this stuff. Like it was really happening. So you have these 2 issues. This is a $40 book that I got for like I think $9 on eBay. Issue 48 is an $80 book, which blows my mind. And then you have like a Brave and the Bold issue by J. Michael Straczynski, issue like number 32 or something, from volume 3 or something. I think I showed that last month. And that's got like Wonder Woman, Zatanna, all taking Batgirl out and stuff. And because, they know that the next day or pretty soon the Joker's going to, shoot her and stuff. So that book's worth money, right? But the one that I'm proud is not worth money is a Booster Gold comic by Jeff Johns that has like the Joker right on the cover from Killing Joke. Ain't worth crap. And I'm like, yes, I hate Booster Gold.
That gun is so impractical. There's no way. It's like the barrel of a shotgun. For how long it is.
It's a dirty, hairy gun, But yeah, I got you. Yeah. But what I like about this is I thought this was a Brian Boland cover. It's a Norm Brayfogle doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I was like, for years, I thought I passed this up at a yard sale or a flea market, and it was like he had all his comics were $0.25 a piece, and I passed this up. It's when I was driving that I realized what I passed up a couple of years ago. I was like, oh crap, So good to find that again.
It's Oracle with a gun, man. I couldn't pass it up regardless who drew it. It's awesome.
Hey, so I found the other Fire and Ice comics. This is a Bill Sienkiewicz. I'm probably going to get him to sign this next time I go to Heroes Con. He's usually there all the time. I've got Venture Brothers and Elektra and stuff signed by him and everything.
How are you liking those?
Yeah.
I dropped off by issue 2. I haven't really gone back, but I guess there's another series coming out too.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm waiting to get them all before I.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually got a blank variant. I never buy these, but we'll do something with that. And then just looking around the room, I grabbed a few things.
Nice.
I appreciate this Blue Beetle series now more than I did when it came out in the 80s. I was like, really?
Man.
Just the art on alone is better than anything coming out today. I just love that. I love that style.
Yeah. And I met Paris Collins up at Baltimore Con when Steve and I were hanging out up there and stuff. And he signed my Blue Beetle #1 and a Daredevil or Blue Devil #1 or something. He didn't really talk too much about drawing the question. He just said he had fun with it. And I was like starving for the question. Like I was a question nut around that time. And then, pay attention there, graphic man. I put it out in the universe. For some reason, I love Star Trek II Wrath of Khan. To me, that is just, forget about it being part of Star Trek. That is a great film. Is that my cat?
He just jumped on your shelving over there.
Yeah. And, well, sometimes she'll land on me, from up there. It's all right. So out of nowhere, I appreciate Star Trek 3. This is one of those movies I snuck up on a Sunday and snuck off to the movies and stuff and watched them on, and I dug it. I didn't like the fact that Kirstie Alley wasn't Savick anymore and the changes, but this one feels like 1984 if you go watch it. You know what I mean? Like if you want to have a movie that feels kind of dated in a good way, this is the 80s. So out of nowhere, I decided I was like, I need that movie special. I got a whole box of TV and movie adaptations and stuff, and I'll be damned, I was walking through Ollie's and it was in a 5-pack staring at me.
Nice.
Like 4, I don't know what it was, 6 or 7 days later, not even a week, I think. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So yeah, this is pretty cool and it's straightforward. It's Tom Sutton. If you like Tom Sutton from Charlton Comics and stuff, there's a Mike W. Barr doing it. But anyway, if you like the movie, this is just a straight adaptation. It's pretty cool. And I think that is a Bill Sienkiewicz. Nope, it's a Howard Chaykin. And whoever was on my channel, my actual YouTube channel, they got in the comments to let me know this is a Howard Chaykin cover. So that's even cooler, you know. But if you like Star Trek, there you go. I've had this one. I got this book a few years ago. I absolutely hated this Superman costume when it came out. But what I did not know is I turned out the light downstairs in the comic book room and I put it on Instagram. But this glows in the dark. This is a glow in the dark cover. 97.
Look at the logo.
Yes. Harlan Ellison, I will grab anything from him. This was a Dark Horse series in the 90s. I think he actually writes himself in this and he's hosting it. So it's like a TV show, The Dream Quarter, you know, Harlan Ellison's Dream Quarter. And has a few other stories. There's only like 4 or 5 of them came out. I'm probably needing one more. Am I going to GalaxyCon in Richmond in March? Probably not, but I'm definitely probably going to be doing 3 days in HeroesCon this year. They ever do a Star Trek 4 comic? That was one of my favorites. I actually think they did. I'm going to refer to other Trek. I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm not, and I can do a little trivia. I'm a Star Wars guy. You know, I'm the troublesome. And I'll show these off all day long, right? I may have already shown this before. I'm sure I have. But for years, we're talking 20 years to complete the Johnny Quest Comico run. That was, 31 issues back in the 80s. Messner Loebs was on this. Mark Hempel, Dave Stevens covers, Bill Sienkiewicz covers. Steve Rude jumped on there for an issue or 2 with some covers. And Doug Wildley did a few covers in the beginning of it and stuff. And I'm a huge Johnny Quest fan, right? But the last 2 issues were impossible to get for years. And then I read across it and I found it. And I was like, I finally finished this. This is over. The quest is done. And then I turned around and I found another one for $1. So, I'm like, So, John, that's a great series. I dig the series, right? And then for years, I've always I was cantankerous. If there was a comic that was real popular that everybody was talking about, like Teen Titans and the X-Men back in the 80s and stuff like that, and you knew it was popular, I went the other way. I wasn't until, so I ran away from the X-Men and stuff. I was around for the Dark Phoenix saga. I had a friend that let me in on the Dark Phoenix saga while it was going on. And then all of a sudden, when I was 12 in 1985, this cat named Art Adams came on. And he came on here and did these annuals and specials with Chris Claremont of the Asgardian War. And I pull these out. If I see them in dollar bins and they're pretty good shape, I grab them. I have multiples of these. Art Adams has actually signed these for me. And every now and then I'll pop out and reread them, and they're just gold. They're just fun. It's one of those things where it's a satisfying read, so I highly recommend those. And then there's an era of Dark Horse Presents that I will buy over and over, and it's the Sin City stuff and the John Byrne X-Men stuff because they were so hard to find when they came out. Everybody all of a sudden jumped on Dark Horse Presents. Dark Horse was blowing up. They had Time Cop going on. Barbarella was going on. People were catching on to The Mask and Concrete. Concrete was the big one. That's just from my point of view. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I found some more Sin City original tales there from 91. And I'm going to end up framing this and hanging it up. But this is the last chapter. I think this is Dark Horse Comics Presents 62. And I think the whole thing is dedicated to the last chapter of the first Sin City story there. And I just love that cover. I think McFarlane Toys or somebody actually made a toy of this.
Yeah, it vibrated.
It would vibrate and light up or something.
It says stuff.
And then there's this weird air that nobody talks about. I almost want to say it was their last hurrah, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But, from the late 90s to the 2000s and stuff, you had John Byrne and Walt Simonson running the Fourth World. They came in. John Byrne was they took the New Gods book that was on there, and they did the last 2-3 issues, took away the book and said, we want one whole book. And you got Jack Kirby's Fourth World. John Byrne was on that. And then they would turn around and have Walt Simonson do some of the covers and stuff. Meanwhile, Walt Simonson of Thor fame was jumping on here and doing a New Gods book of Orion. And in the back of these, you would have Tales of the New Gods. I think it was Orion that had those. I can't remember. But anyway, you had these 2 books that was like their own little corner of, DC Universe with John Byrne and Walt Simonson. And I think this was like their last mainstream hurrah, I think, so. Go get some kitty gone. Oh, never mind. They're being nice. It's like they know. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to complete the Orion series and stuff, and I'm really digging it. I mean, if you like Simonson and you like the Kirby stuff and everything, these guys were huge fans, nuts. They were fans of Jack Kirby that it kind of made them want to get into comics. So it's pretty good.
Jackson's right here. Another cat. I was just waiting for we have like 10 cats to start walking behind you.
Oh, no. This is Shiva. Shiva is the oldest, and this is Lester Sad Eyes McDougal.
Wow.
He has no fight in him. That's why we have to watch Shiva. And the fact that they're doing this blows my mind. She's going to smack him in a minute or something. It's going to happen. And he's clueless. That's the whole thing. He's clueless. He just wants to be nice and everybody he's still a baby. He's maybe over a year old.
If that happens, somebody clip it so we can just have a clip of it.
Yeah, but those I can't believe these are our kids. I've spent 3 days with them. I need some time away, And then I was going to get rid of these, but I just can't do it. So John Byrne in the 2000s, sort of took a little bit of a backseat on a few things, and Will Pfeiffer came out with this Demon book. Will Pfeiffer was kind of hot there during the 2000s. And so I'm going to end up getting the rest of these because, I've just had these in a box. I've got 2 long boxes of stuff just to get rid of at some point. And I went through and I'm like, nah, I better keep these because, it's the Demon, So
also John Byrne.
A little forgotten series of John Byrne and Will Pfeiffer, doing the Demon. And then he got back on Action Comics. I think Gail Simone was writing it. And there's this inker named Nelson who had a little bit of a fan base of his own, who came on, and John Byrne supposedly got mad because Nelson would correct his pencils, anatomy-wise. John Byrne was like, "Don't you dare touch my artwork," and Nelson was like, "I'm fixing this again," And that was the last time I saw John Byrne on anything Superman or DC.
That's like Vince saying to Kirby, "I'm fixing it for you."
Hey, Howler. As far as Star Trek 6 goes, someone in the chat named Scotty thinks they found it. I did find this real quick.
Nice.
So that may be a part of the movie. It doesn't look like it's big enough to have the whole movie in it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what he found, but he'll let us know. So,
I think that's the series that started in '84. So I don't know. Yeah, that's actually the series I want to go back and get. So nice. I think that's it. That's it for tonight. I got more stuff here, but I think I'll just save it for the next time I can make it on the show.
Okay. Thank you, Howler. Very, very, very good.
Cool stuff.
Let's see. Is it RDV again? All right.
Got a few books here. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Dragon Man.
I love these triple actions because you get nice, good stories with them. Get a nice little run of these. Been meaning to get to reading them. It seems whenever I get a bunch of these, all of a sudden I get a bunch more, and I fall behind. Figure when I get the Breen's age on a nice comfy couch, I can just sit there all day and read them.
Yeah.
You'll just fall asleep though.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing.
After 5 pages.
Cover.
Yeah, you didn't stay on that last cover long enough.
Oh, did you want me to? Oh, hold on, wait a second. There you go. Is that better?
That's much better. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Wait a minute. It's not Kong.
And then we go into some Wild Simonson. All right around there.
RDV, is there a professor in the house?
Yes, not me.
I wondered.
I can only run one con at a time
I know.
and show up books.
Good one.
That was actually a good 2-part story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 334. I have 335.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he likes Jane Foster.
Yeah.
Nice Leighton cover on that. That's cool.
And then I got some trades. Or little hardcover covers.
Oh, cool.
So,
Nice stuff.
and then to end it off before I have to leave, I got 3 more things. I got this for Christmas a year ago.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Man.
I love this.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I never was a really big DC guy, but 2019 started reading Josh Williamson Flash comics. Then I went back read Mike Barron's, William Lesnar Lopes, going through there. It's just fun. And then going through reading Burn Superman, and this is just so cool.
Wow.
Going through the whole history of DC Comics.
Well, I think
Oh.
even the diehard Marvel zombie, once he saw Kingdom Come, he had to admit that was pretty good.
Right?
Yes.
And then to finish it off with the Coupe de Grace.
Oh,
Hey.
nice. There you go.
Oh,
Go Herbie. That's cool.
But wait,
Fury.
Oh,
there's more.
that did. I gotta up my game. I love Herbie.
this. These were just sitting in my store. I had no idea what the heck they were. And Breen's like, wait, you got a Herbie book just sitting there? For half off? I was like, I'll get it. And then I started looking at them. I was like, these are actually really cool.
Yeah.
Didn't you pick up something recently that Micah would like this?
I don't have that on me, unfortunately. But like you said, I love it.
That's some cool stuff.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's good stuff.
Shane O'Shea doing the story in Ogden Whitney.
It's like they have like this. I don't know. It's like of course it's sleek and clean, but there's like this Dada effect. Like the guy's making up the story as he goes along, and it all just comes together at the end.
Yeah, I think Paulo pointed out that this is actually almost all these were written by the same guy. He just used different names to make it seem like there was a staff.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So
It was ahead of its time. Like that's the first alternative comic. I mean, seriously,
Every once in a while, you'll see an Ogden Whitney Western at Marvel.
Very cool.
It's skinny for Herbie. Look at that. That's crazy.
Man.
It's just like I said. I just love a lot of these. Just the craziness.
Fun.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when it comes to Herbie, there wasn't one book I was going to get at the auction, but I was outbid by somebody who had endless supply of money.
Yeah,
So
that was not where I expected a bidding war to break out.
right at Herbie,
Yeah,
after 4 years of the auction, it's like
yeah,
two guys fighting over
never know.
Herbie.
Yep.
But like I said, these are just fun.
Herbie took off a little bit because Alan Moore said he was a fan, and he based the cadence of how
That's
Rorschach talks by Herbie.
These are
Rorschach talks like Herbie.
these are originally
Did I know that?
$50 retailer, but I got them for like $25 each.
Oh,
Nice.
I know, right? I gotta find volume 1 somewhere. Maybe Breen has it for me.
it's like I'm happy for you, proud of you, and want to cuss you all at the same time.
Right? That's a
Yeah,
ghost.
Breen doesn't have it for me either.
Breen has one story that had Jameson in it, though. The one book you're reading had Herbie, and it had Jameson pop up. It was some kind of Marvel book.
I can't remember.
You were showing it me. It's like, here comes Herbie walking out, and you see Jameson, supposed to be Daily Bugle, yelling.
Oh yeah, that's right. He stopped to read the Daily Bugle. I mean, the Daily Bugle.
I gotta take off though. We're gonna be doing off rating.
It was good to have you. You have great stuff Great stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm just running out of room now.
Yeah. There you go.
And as Rich said,
Dr. Doom statue back there. That's cool.
That's the secret of,
yeah, I'm running out of room for all those. You know, I'm trying to get the Sinister Six. There's a Sandman I want to get to, and I was looking at the Vulture. Then I'll have it complete. But I have all
See
stuff.
if Pixel will get you one of those TARDISes from Doctor Who, and then you'll have unlimited space.
Oh, strange.
Yeah.
That's for the daily people. Yeah.
All
right, we'll take it easy.
That's Herbie. He eats everything. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks.
All right, you take it
guys,
easy.
you young gentlemen, behave.
We will.
See you, Mariah.
Later.
And we're going to run to Jambo before he falls asleep.
It's getting past my bedtime.
Yeah.
I got a few pulps.
Hey, look at that.
Cool.
Wonder Stories.
Kings of Mars.
Yeah, I've decided to trim the backer board behind them and just,
There's
go
a
with
label
it.
on.
And I found there's no rhyme or reason. Some of them are taller, some of them are shorter, and they fluctuate by the year. They'll go up and down. Yeah, I can't understand it.
It's one of my favorite pulps. So I throw it up here. Don't know why.
It's the horse.
It is.
That is a great horse. Yeah.
The gallant hero in the back there.
Mhm.
I thought it was a bubbling stream.
Yeah.
Think she's kin to Namor?
No, but Uncle Jed shoots that bubbling stream and
Comes a bubbling crude after that.
hey, look at there, number
Yeah.
one.
Is that a recent pickup?
No, I've had that one for a while.
I have never said that he dropped the dynamite in my life, and I'm sitting here like he just did it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, old man.
Some
Oh,
cowboy
wow.
romances
That's a great cover.
for Eric. Romantic side of
We
us.
haven't seen any romance tonight.
Yeah, I know it. Here's some Saddle Justice, though.
Ooh, nice. I think I've ever seen one of those.
Graham Ingalls, yeah. EC Cowboy Western, yeah. So that's it. Just a quick round. I didn't have
All
that
right.
much out.
Good stuff, Jambo.
Y'all have a good night, man. I got to jump out here. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right, Jim. Take
Yeah,
care,
appreciate
man.
it.
Steve, we've gone to you twice, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then we're going to go to Eric Breen. I didn't want to. He always wants to go last. I had to make sure.
Well, Tim, you're not going to really miss anything. I just grabbed a stack of like comic readers and stuff like that. Figured
Oh, cool. I love comic
Why not?
readers.
it's 175. It's 176.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's 177.
Hmm.
Little Firestorm on the back.
Nice.
There's 178. Oh, Mary Marvel.
I appreciate it,
Yep.
So,
For mine.
Jackson. I only need it when I'm getting ready to go on because I can't pay attention.
see, he actually died 38 years before we all thought he did, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a clone.
And the cover of Sergeant Fozzie on the back.
jeez.
I don't think I would have bought that.
180.
Ah, cool.
Oh, James Bond on the back. The new James Bond book that came out today was really good. There's 181.
Oh, I like that one.
Looks like a Terry Austin Batman.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Here's 182.
Oh,
Captain Flash on the back.
Mighty Man of Radiation.
And now we're jumping back to 164, and you heard the lady on her way out.
What are we looking at?
Seriously.
There's no over. It's just. It has to be over appreciation.
You wanted it. You won't even do it for her. You're a mean one, graphic man. 165. It's well, at least I won't be in the doghouse.
No.
166.
What's with that trident?
Yeah.
And here's 167.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite X-Men images. I love them in the school uniforms. I think that's neat.
Here's a Maranya. Too bad you couldn't stick around 5 more minutes. Here's a Bob Layton cover. 168.
All right.
Nice.
And here's on the back Godzilla, Master of Kung Fu.
I would have bought that.
That's too bad if it lasted one more issue. Apparently, this is what we were getting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's I can't read that. There's a Spirit cover.
Yeah.
With some X ladies on the back.
Nice.
There's 174. I don't know who that guy in the metal is in the background. And here's more Bob Layton.
Great Layton cover. Love it. Yeah.
Well, it's Amazing Heroes. And I think we're going to know what era it was from when I show the back cover. Yeah, like Howler said, what a great time to be reading comics. Love that book. There's I'm sure if Jambo's nodding off here, wake up. There's Frank Thorne.
Great cover. The old wizard, Frank Thorne.
Let's see what the hell that is. Here's Comics Interview, the George Perez issue, and a John Byrne interview issue.
But that went over well.
That's it.
All right.
Nice. Great comic.
Very good
I like
stuff.
those, yeah.
By the way, Eric, they refer to this guy as the president. So I don't know what.
He looks a lot like the Spook who starts showing up in Batman around that time.
I even double checked online. They do not mention anyone. They refer to him as the hooded figure. So. Maybe
There you
he's
go.
reviewed some of the
Steve
work.
said it all.
Well, that's it for my end over here. I don't know if you guys have anything else. Making it a little announcement. We will have a special guest next week, so it will be a super surprise, and you'll have to tune in to see that. And maybe we could convince Paulo to join us instead of hanging out in the chat. But unless you guys got any closing thoughts,
No. Glad to be back.
yes, we've missed you. You've been gone.
Good having you back, buddy.
Yes. Good to
Thank
see you
you.
again. Oh, and I said, for anybody that still dabbles in new stuff at all, the new Ultimate Spider-Man was a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah. people are sold out where I'm at. So they were buying multiple copies, different covers.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I know of it.
With,
yeah.
It starts with J. Jonah Jameson screaming Parker, and then Peter walks in. And he goes, "Oh, hi, Peter," and then starts yelling Parker again. And he goes into his managing editor, Ben Parker, and they're best friends in this universe.
Wow.
And Jameson's a legitimate nice guy, and it's a real neat story.
I could handle that, but it needs to say "what if" or "else worlds."
Well, Ultimates is the same thing. It's basically and honestly, as much as the regular version has been destroyed, in the real Spider-Man, Mary Jane is with some guy named Paul, and she has superpowers now. She's called Jackpot, and whenever she dials this thing, but she never knows what power she's going to get. So I'm watching
it's not called Sakama G.
Steve, I was just getting that. So when I buddy of mine did a video, I said, "Does Mary Jane yell Saka McGee when she turns the dial?"
Yeah, Saka McGee.
The guy's response was, "Dial H for horrible."
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So this is and Peter and Mary Jane are happily married with children in this. So like I said, I'll take that over as badly as they've destroyed the real one.
Has anything exciting been up at the store, Eric? You found any collections coming in or anything like that?
No, I've got a guy raiding the warehouse again, but the most of the really good stuff is we've already found. So I keep hoping that somebody will bring in something because I need something to sink my teeth into.
Right.
But
with the economy, you think that people would be needing some cash or something. But everybody's like us, I guess. The comics would be the last thing to go.
Yeah.
I'll sell Melissa before I get rid of the comics.
I probably might want to edit that out in case Jamie needs to deny that later.
She's asleep, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's like Aaron, when we do those live streams, he'll say all kinds of stuff. He don't have to worry about it because his wife won't watch his stuff. So
is your friend Jerry coming over to do a video anytime soon?
He just had surgery, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Oh.
But I figured out this is my video every week.
Yeah. If you want, I can simulcast it over.
I don't even know if my channel's still up.
Yeah.
You might have like 10,000 followers now, Eric.
Yeah. Right.
And they'll all leave if I ever produce any more content.
Well, to all the people that are watching, we appreciate you. We thank you. To all those in the chat, thank you so much for dropping in and sharing part of your evening with us. Don't forget, next week we have a special guest coming, and we hope to see you back next time. I'm going to pull the plug and try to get some 40 winks before I go to work tomorrow. And Mike, it's so cold, -4 degrees, 3 days in a row. My car hasn't started in 2 days. I had to take my truck into work. So I do not like driving a truck with bad traction down icy roads, but I make it just fine. So, but anyway, we'll see. We'll pull the plug. And yeah, I know I said it again. I use these fossil references. So, but I don't think ahead of time. So good night, Missing Mars. We appreciate everybody, comic book curator, and all those in the chat. Scott, good luck with that Star Trek 6. Hope you find one. And of course, we would be lost without the Jackson Roy Kirk. And to all those we're not mentioning at the moment, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time, and happy drawing.
Good night, kids.
Take care, guys.
See ya. Thanks, guys.